Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm back with another Spearhead EDC knife. You can see the website right here, edcbyspearhead.com. So these are the guys that had a really cool knife. I think it was called the Crimson Edge, and the pocket clip was basically useless. Well, they said all their knives going forward were going to have usable pocket clips. So let's find out, baby. All right. This looks like a small knife. We have some stickers. I guess they're different colors, different versions. That's cool. I guess different knives. I'm an idiot. I think this might be what we're looking at today because this looks like the Crimson Edge. Oh, there's another one. Crimson Edge. So I think we checked out a Crimson Edge, like larger one, and then a smaller one as well. We get the little metal tool as well, which is cool. And we get a little, what is this, alligator skin or something? Tortoise skin? Pouch, very small pouch. It's an interesting pouch. This looks cool. All right, let me set this aside. Nice packaging. The tool is for the pivot, not to smack into the knife. I just, it's a little bonus for me. I do like this tool because it's hefty. Like, this is not a, this is not a, piece of aluminum. This is some steel, baby. Could even be titanium, I don't know. So that's how you would use it, right there. And then you just gotta hope it's not a spinning pivot. I think we determined that last time it wasn't. This is cool. So this is supposed to be the usable pocket clip. It is still very low profile, very low to the frame. I don't think this is gonna be very usable. Unless you have extremely thin pants on. And it doesn't, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Looks like maybe you could pop this part up. Like, is this part, no? Okay. Doesn't it kind of look like that? Like this is some kind of a thing you could push, but no, it's not. Nothing going on back there. Let's check out the knife. We have a liner lock. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Very cool looking. Look at this thing. Compound ground. So you have a really nice hollow grind back here. It's pretty deep, too. And then you have a thick flat grind up front. I mean, it's pretty aggressively different. Like, it's a good difference. Maybe I'll try to measure that. Oh, yeah. Very smooth, dead centered. The action is real nice. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Front flipper's real nice as well. Can I... Now, it's a little bit tough because of the... If you look at the frame, how it comes up to here, and then the tab, and the tab's kind of behind the frame, as opposed to like on a binge or something, right? Where the frame is kind of under that. Does that make sense? Like you can see the tab kind of comes a little bit forward. It's hard to explain, but it's easier to access it and get a hold of that to fire it. With this, you're hitting into the titanium here. So you kind of need to be straight forward on it. That's why the front flip works. I don't know if that made sense. Hopefully it does, if you just look at it. Like where this one kind of divots in and swoops, this one comes out and goes straight. So you can get a hold of these jimps wherever you want. So, reach around though. Oh, yeah, that's just a good detent. That's fine. Oh my God, dude. The action is sick. Is it like loose? Nope, it's a bank vault. Damn. Drops like it's hot too. Nice click. And because it's a liner lock, lefties. Oh yeah. So, it's kind of like talking about the Urban EDC jib that I did a video on yesterday. And I love this thing, but it's a frame lock. They're about the same size. That's why it made me think of it. But there are liner lock versions of this. Urban EDC actually sent me a micarta liner lock version prototype to check out. So I can do a comparison between the frame lock and the liner lock and all that jazz. So check out my video on the jib. Very cool knife. Sick knife. Pre-order's up right now. I'll shut up about that. But that makes this about a 6 1/4 inch knife. Man, I love this tab. I really want to take a bit driver and see, is it T8? Yes. I just want to see what happens when I undo this. What comes off? Okay. So it is just a little like tab with a fish on it that they popped in for aesthetic reasoning. That's cool. I actually think that's really neat. I thought it was going to be like a fidget or something that you could like, you know. Backspacer is really nice. Got some gears on it. Very cool, just like little details. Look at the milling. It like comes down here after that last gear, and then it like ramps back up at the end. Let me zoom in on this. It's hard to show you. Zoom in some more. See what I mean right here? Just like a very cool touch. And am I crazy, or does the spacing on these get wider as it goes back? It almost seems like it. Hole in the pocket clip there, but you can see what I mean about the clip being, man, it's not much clearance. Like, I just don't think it's going to fit in my pants. It's probably what she said or he said, but. And then the ramp here, getting it up and over the material to even get in your pants. What he said. I think it's just going to be difficult, but I could be wrong. Perfectly centered. I mean, everything else about the knife I really like. But let's try this clip before I keep talking about it like it's not going to be a usable one. So let me set up the camera. I'll flip it around. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully you guys are catching this. I just don't think it's going to... Yeah, like there's just not enough of a ramp. Like it's just going to slide past my pocket because this area right here, make sure I'm on camera here. This area right here is just too low. It can't get over your pants. You can force it over. If I lift it up with my finger, I could probably get it. Ooh, but it's like... I mean, it's not the most comfortable. It kind of hurts to do that because it's a little pointy. I can't even get it to go over my pants that way by forcing it there. I can like dig down and shove it and kind of get it to go. But as you can see, now we have problem C or B, whatever, where there's not enough clearance. So I can only get halfway up the clip, and it seems like I'm going to be bending the clip. If I carried this all day, the clip is going to end up bending out and start tapping pretty quick. And that's on a single seam. If I were to go to my reinforced pocket, I mean, there's not even a chance in hell that it's going to get over that. I mean, I can't even get it over the single seam without maneuvering. So let me turn this around. Okay, so maybe this one was already in production, and when they said the knives going forward will have usable clips, maybe they were talking about anything that's designed after. I don't know. I think this is an attempt at a usable clip. It's just not good enough. So if you guys watch this, because I know that they care, they want the feedback and they want to make it good. So I like that, right? So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to give them the feedback so that they can, you know, hopefully utilize it. But basically, let me just grab a random knife. What am I carrying? All right, I'm carrying a Divo. This is the small boy. These are in production now. And there's going to be a ton of versions, ton of exclusives. So hopefully you guys are digging this one because there's going to be a lot of small boys. But if you look at this clip, you'll see right here on the ramp, I call this the ramp, I guess. The ramp is where it starts at the contact point and then it comes up. It ramps up. And that's what goes into your pocket. It's what feeds into your pocket, okay? Here's a very thin cloth, okay? But just as an example, that part is feeding it, right? It's feeding the material into the contact point, and then you're pushing through so that that tension for the contact point lifts up, and then you can push the clip the rest, or the knife the rest of the way into the pocket. Now, this pocket clip has a tall enough ramp here so that it can get it can get over most pants, right? Unless you have some crazy thick pants or something. Even my reinforced jean pockets on these off-the-grid surplus pants, which, by the way, are the best pants on the planet. Check out Off-the-Grid Surplus. Use my code. I think it's LeftyEDC or LeftyEDC 15. It's all linked in the description. Anyway, it's not a pants video. But even if you had super thick pants, you know, this does a good job. Then, once you get past that, the clip has enough clearance, which is this part. So this area here that you see with just the thin material and then space under it, that space under there is the clearance. So that's how tall, right? That's how much space you have. So if your pants are thicker, well, you're going to be able to get into the pants, and then you're going to be able to drive the clip all the way to the end. And then it will sit in your pants like this, right? It'll sit at the end of that area right there. And that's how it'll be in your pocket. And then when you pull it out, boom, it comes right out, no problem, and clears again. This clip, on the other hand, the ramp area right here is very low. It's very low, and it's got sort of a pointy end to it that doesn't help feed anything into the pants, because it's kind of, if this rams into something, it's more likely to just like poke whatever it is than it is to drive that thing downward and underneath of itself, which is the whole point. You want this part right here to drive it down and push it towards the contact point, which is then going to be lifted up by your pushing the clip or the knife into the pocket, and then it drives all the way in. So you want this part to do the work at the beginning, then your hand does the work pushing it the rest of the way in. With this one, you don't get that far. You're just sitting there going, and jabbing the material, trying to get this ramp to feed, right? Or you're completely missing the material and you're just gonna like drop it in your pocket, okay? I know this is a shitty example, so I apologize for that, but hopefully that makes sense. So what we need, there's two things we need. The main one, because I think this would work okay the way it's designed, is we just need to raise this up. You need to bring this part right here, the mounting area needs to come up to like here. And that will make the clip taller. It will make it more uncomfortable in the hand than it is now. Doesn't mean it's going to be uncomfortable. Like, this is not uncomfortable at all. But that is something they're going to have to do to get a functional clip. see if I can show you. I'll show you the difference. I just learned something about these calipers. So I didn't know until recently that that thing at the bottom is actually like a depth gauge you can use. So let me zero these. So on the tall boy, the clearance we have, let's just go from the middle of the, or no, we'll go to the back, the furthest point where you still have space underneath, okay? The clearance we have on here is 0.163 inches, 4.14 millimeters, okay? On the Spearhead EDC knife, we have 0.097 inches or 2.46 millimeters. So not quite half the clearance, but almost half the clearance than on the small boy pocket clip, which is pretty much the standard clearance and everything you're going to get on a Divo knife, right? Like here's the Growler V3, almost the same clip. Tall boy, obviously, here's the Mad Dog, different clip design, but same concept, right? When you look at it from the side, profile is the same. Once you find a clip that works, you don't really want to mess with it. So what they need to do is elevate this right here about 1.5 millimeters at minimum. So add 1.5 millimeters here, and then you're probably going to need to add the same on that area where the contact point is, and that'll elevate everything up. And then you just got to see tension-wise how all that works out. But that should fix the problem. So just my little advice for this one. I love it otherwise, guys. I think this knife is phenomenal, but you know, it's just one of those things. It's like every time I get one of their knives, I sit here and tell you how amazing the pocket knife is. But it has this one big flaw for us here in America, the pocket clip. Just, it's not usable. So, you know, I can't do anything about that. I can tell you how amazing it is, though. If you don't care about the pocket clip, guys, for 200 and what is this thing, like 250 or 279? It's ridiculously well priced, in my opinion. You can even get 10% off, it says. So $279. It's called the Spearhead Ashes folding knife. $279, and a little 10% off pop-up came up. Here's your specs. These are all in metric, but you can obviously convert that. I think it's about a 2.9 inch blade. So, or 2.75. I mean, just look at the action. I can't explain how good this knife feels. I mean, it feels like, almost feels like a custom knife or something. Like, I don't know how to explain. The thumb studs came loose. This has happened in the past before as well for me. They do that on they don't obviously have it loose on purpose, but they don't Loctite them on purpose because they sell thumb studs. So you can buy thumb studs if you want like zircuti or whatever. These are zirconium, looks like. So there's, I mean, I wouldn't want any different thumb studs. Just clean these off real quick because I'm going to put some Loctite in there, make sure it doesn't come loose again. Don't think there's a Torx tooling now. So you just got to do it by hand. So what you want to do is very simple. Take your Loctite. Actually, I'm going to use glue. That way it'll be done and I won't have to worry about it. So I'm just gonna pop this one in here, have it ready. I'm gonna get the glue. It's already coming out of there. Actually, I'm gonna clear that. It looks like it's partially cured already. Don't know what's going on there, so. Yep, so does that. There we go. I just need the tiniest little dot there. Tighten it down. And then use my fingy wingies. It's hard to get a good grip on them because there's never a time where they're like clear of everything. I just don't want them rattling like they were. So I'm just gonna give it a second to cure. Put this stuff away. Get this glue out of here so we don't, it looks like it wants to keep running. That's what happens when you get a fresh tube. Okay. So yeah, I mean, overall, guys, the knife is phenomenal. They really did a great job on this. The Ashes, that's a cool name too. It's just, once again, it's the pocket clip that hurts them. It's unfortunate, it really is. Yeah, I mean, there's no play. There's no rock. It's a bank vault. You have, is the liner steel? Yes, which I think is better because it is, yep, it's a tab lock, so it's just a lock bar. And there's, to me, there's no point in doing titanium on that. If you're going to do titanium with an insert, then it's going to be thicker. If you're going to do titanium and carbonize it, you have the risk of lock stick. So if you're just going to do a lock bar like this, why not just make it steel? It's essentially just an insert anyway, because it's so small, you know. That's pretty much how we roll at Divo with our knives. You know, steel, but it's just a tab. It's not like a big old full liner type deal. Like no liner on this side, just a thin liner down to here that mounts down there. See, there's nothing on this half of that scale. And then you don't have to worry about lock stick. You get a stronger lockup. And you keep the cost down because it's not titanium on that lock bar. Got a little piece of tray here coming off. Cool. Let's get rid of you. Thanks. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is an interesting one for me. Again, they just killed it. There's no detent lash. The front flipper works. I mean, yeah, I kind of wish they left more material on this flipper, brought it out just a little bit. Like instead of this swoop in, if it was just straight down material, you'd be able to come right here. You wouldn't be on the frame there and you'd be able to just hammer it. Still works, but it could be better and you'd be able to do this much easier. Now, as you can see, you can adjust to it. So, you know, it can be done, of course. But yeah, I think it's awesome. The Ashes. So if you don't need a pocket clip for whatever reason, if it's a desk toy, if it's going in a purse, whatever, I can recommend the shit out of this. They did a great job on it. If you need a pocket clip, then again, as I stated on the last one, I would wait until they fix these pocket clips. Hoping that they'll just sell a pocket clip that's better at some point, and then you can just buy one to replace it or something. But that's the only thing holding them back right now. Other than that, they are killing it, in my opinion. The size of the knives, nice and small, like good EDC size knives. The action is incredible. The build is top notch. Zirconium on the pivot as well, by the way, which is dope. Might be cool to see a zirconium backspacer too on it. Might be a nice touch. Or these tabs, that'd be cool. If these tabs were zirconium and this was zirconium, yeah, the knife would be like, you know, maybe $325 at that point, but might be worth it. Look at the act. I mean, it is crazy how good this is. So yeah, I don't want them to be discouraged by my critiques. You know, I hate that, but I need to be honest about the clip. It's just, you know, it just is what it is. Everything else, you guys are absolutely killing it. The grind, the belt satin, this cool compound grind with a sheep's foot. I mean, this is really nice. I really am digging this design. So keep it up. You know, figure out the pocket clip. I say add 2 millimeters, 1.5, 2 millimeters of height here and down there. And that should clear it up for you. At least get you to where it's usable. Because right now it's just not even usable. So I'm going to shut up. I love you guys. That is the Spearhead EDC Ashes. Very cool. All right. You guys have a great day. I love you. And I'm going to catch you later. Peace.